What's going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another Chinese smartphone review, and today we're going to have a look at the Zopo ZP952, aka the Zopo Speed 7 Plus. Now there's a Speed 7 and a Speed 7 Plus, so the Speed 7 Plus is actually the bigger version, also some other differences, but you can find everything down below in the description. So today we're going to check this phone out, and you can find the shop link also down below in the description. So I've got it from the European warehouse and I haven't had to pay taxes, which is a good thing, but the price was a bit more expensive than from the Chinese shops. But I would say let's get directly started and let's have a look at the package to check out the specs. Now guys, I haven't reviewed a Zopo for a long time, so I'm pretty excited, and all the Zopo phones in the past, they were actually pretty good, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this device. Now it's running Android 5.1 with Zopo ZUI, probably 64 bits, full HD display, so that's pretty good. Then it comes with an MT6753 octa-core, and it says here running at 1.5 GHz. Zopo, that is not true. The CPU is running at 1.3 GHz. We all know the chipset and it doesn't run at 1.5 GHz. So why do you print it on that package? And also in some shops you can find it in the description. That's complete bullshit. Now it comes with 16 GB of ROM and 3 GB of RAM. Front-facing camera is 5 megapixels, rear camera 13.2 megapixels, OmniVision sensor, dual SIM card, dual standby, a 3000 mAh lithium polymer battery, and it supports GPS and GLONASS, so the GPS performance is really good. Now we have 4G frequencies, as you can see right over here, 3G, 2G, works perfectly well here in Austria. We have gravity sensor, distance sensor, light sensor, and an e-compass. Okay, so that's basically everything you get for the price. It's kinda expensive with over $200 in the most shops, so yeah, there are phones with similar specs which are a little bit cheaper, but the quality of Zopo was always very good, so I would say let's open up the package and let's see what we have got inside. Now there we go, here comes the package and all the accessories, so let's have a quick look at them. First of all, let's get started here with the charger. And the Zopo Speed 7 Plus does not support quick charging, which I think is a shame. So the output here is 5 volts and 1 amp, so this here is a 5-watt charger. It's kinda small, but luckily it does not get that hot like the Elephone P7000 charger. Now it feels a little bit heavy, so that's good. The quality of it seems also pretty good, no gaps, the USB port is really straight in, and it comes with the correct power socket connector for my country, C certification, and yeah, you don't need an adapter, so you don't have to worry here about the charger. Okay, that's a charger. Unfortunately, no quick charging for the Speed 7 and Speed 7 Plus. Then here we have a quick starter guide. Now I've got the phone from the European Zopo mobile shop, pretty good thing because the quick starter guide is multi-language with pictures. It's also colored, but honestly nobody's reading that, but good job on the quick starter guide. For the noobs it looks pretty good. Then here we have the warranty card, and it's also multi-language, something you do not see very often. And with the most China phones, there's not even a warranty card included, so that's something I really have to say, Zopo, that's top. And if you have a problem with the phone and you've bought it from the European shop, then you can also send it back to China. Just fill out here the warranty card, send it back, and there you go. And that's a good thing, because if you send phones back to China, you mostly have to pay shipping. Sometimes they also charge you a fee for repairing it, and sometimes you don't see your phone anymore. Okay, then here we have a charging cable, so micro USB in white, and here it says something like SJ09, okay, that's the model number of it, whatever. And just a normal micro USB cable, nothing special. And here we have a headset, it's labeled as the EJ05. 3.5mm headphone jack, no in-ears. I have quickly tested it. Now the speakers, they are really lightweight and there is not so much bass, so the sound quality could be definitely better. And here in the middle we have the remote control here with the button to mute the microphone. Here's the microphone, and the overall quality of the headset is really not the best, so it is working, it does the job, but there are way better headsets. So this is actually some very cheap one, and that's everything you can find inside of the package. One screen protector is on the smartphone, there is no extra screen protector, and that's everything you can find here in the small pack. Okay, then I would say let's go and let's have a look at the smartphone. Now when I saw the Zopo Speed 7 Plus for the first time, I was really excited. So I thought it would come with a metal frame, and I mean the design of the phone looks pretty nice. The display looks good, the bezels are not too thick, and it's some very basic design, and it really looked like that it would come with a metal frame. But if you have a closer look at the frame, then you will see it's not a metal frame. Now guys, don't get me wrong, I really like the design of the Zopo Speed 7 Plus. I just don't like things which look like metal but then they are just painted plastic. And on the pictures on the internet and here on the package, it really looks like the phone would come with a metal frame. But when you have it in your hands, you can definitely feel it's a plastic frame. But it looks really like metal, so the paint looks good. The phone itself, it's also very slim as you can see. Power button and volume down and volume up button, it's plastic too, feels okay to press, but I think this phone would feel more premium with a metal frame and some metal buttons. And it wouldn't be way more expensive, so yeah, it's okay. I mean, they didn't advertise it with a metal frame, which is a good thing, because for instance the Doogee Y100 Pro, it was advertised as metal unibody phone and actually it was just a cheap plastic phone. But here, this phone is okay so far. Then also the back cover looks a little bit like brushed aluminum, but it's just in plastic back cover. It's here the black or grey version. You can see it comes here with some certifications. It says designed in the European Union. We can see here the speaker grid. All in all, the back cover feels pretty good. It looks pretty good. Comes here with the Zopo logo. It's removable. Then here in the middle we have the single LED flash, we'll do a test later, and here at the top we have the 13.2 megapixel rear camera. All in all, I like it because the camera is not really coming out of the back, and also the back side looks very premium and stylish. And there we go guys, here's the bottom side. Here we have the bottom microphone, so that little hole here. Then here we have the micro USB port. I really appreciate that it's not upside down, I really hate that. And here we have that little slot here to remove the back cover because, well, the back cover is removable so you can change the battery and everything, so let's just go and let's check it out. Now yeah, before we go and check out the internals, I just want to give you an overview over the smartphone. So it's 5.5 inches and actually the perfect size for my hands. So I have pretty big hands and the size is really okay. But well, I just don't like that there are no capacitive touch buttons. And the bottom side, also the top side, it's really exactly the same. And the logo here, you know, just 4 letters. And it looks from left to right also almost the same. So sometimes I just sit with the phone here like this and I wonder, hey, fuck, it's upside down. So yeah, the design is a little bit strange to me, but I think you can get used to it. The phone itself, as I've said before, it's very slim, so that's something I like. And the plastic in my hands, it feels okay. It doesn't feel like a premium phone, so maybe for the price, yeah, the materials could be better, but the build quality is, as always from Zopo, perfect. Okay, then I would say I just want to quickly show you the display. The display is looking very good. It's not a high-end display, but somehow I like it. Now, let me zoom in a little bit, and then let me also show you here the sensors and everything. As you guys will already know, this phone here comes with a 5.5-inch Full HD display. That's the way to go. And the display really does not look bad at all. We can just have a look at it. Just check out here the viewing angles, and it's very bright here inside, but it's still easy to read the display even from this angle. And just have a look at the colors. So they're not changing. They always look the same. And the colors of the display, they look tasty, and so far it's looking really good. There are just thin bezels around the display, no massive black bar, just like on the Elephone, P8000, P7000, and this is a good thing. Now here at the bottom you can see that we have soft key buttons, so they're inside of the display. That means softer buttons, no capacitive touch buttons, and there's a lot of wasted space. Also here the Zopo logo, it's at the bottom. Usually the logo is at the top, so sometimes I just grab the phone and yeah, it's turned around like 180 degrees upside down. And that's the only bad thing, so I think the design could be a little bit better with capacitive touch buttons, the logo at the top, but it's just my personal opinion. Then now let's go and let's check out the top. Then here comes the top of the phone, and here you can see there's a notification LED, and it's very small and only lights up in red. I tried to adjust it like green, blue or whatever, but no, it's just a single color notification LED. Here in the middle we have the earpiece, so the speaker, and the call quality is really good. Actually, the whole antenna layout in the smartphone is kinda good. Same goes for Wi-Fi, I really appreciate that. And here between the earpiece and the front-facing camera we have light and proximity sensor, and here we have the 5 megapixel front-facing camera. So basically that's the top, and now I would say let's just go and let's take it apart. So removing the back cover is really easy. All you have to do is just grab it, go in here with your fingernail, and there you go, pull off the back cover. And it's very thin, bends a lot. In here there's just a sticker, probably with some foil for shielding, but that's basically it. Nothing special in here. Then here we have some kind of huge battery with the Zopo logo, and yeah, we'll just have a closer look at the battery and the weight in a second. But let's have a closer look right now at the phone and the frame here. Here's a little sticker with 2 IMEI numbers because it's a dual SIM, dual standby phone. We have here SIM card slot 1, micro SIM card slot. Here's SIM card slot 2, which is also a micro SIM card slot. I really like that little cutout here, so you can get the SIM cards out easier, and that is something which is really cool. Here we have a micro SD card slot. As you can see, my 64GB SD card is in there. Absolutely no problem. Then here the antennas at the bottom, LTE, then here's some other antenna, and really the antenna layout is good. So Wi-Fi, the call reception, and GPS is very nice. Then here we have the speaker, so that's the bottom speaker, and so far the quality of it could be better, but there will be a test a little bit later. Okay, so that's the phone here from the inside, and now I would say let's have a look at the weight and the battery. Oh yeah, so here comes the battery, and it's looking pretty good. So we have here a nominal voltage of 3.8 volts. Then here we have a rated capacity of 3000 mAh, and if you just multiply that, you get here the rated power of 11.4 watt hours. And well, I just removed the sticker, and here it says also 11.4 watt hours. And Zopo also sent me the data sheet of the batteries they bought, and yeah, it looks like the battery would have that capacity, so it's looking pretty good. You can see here polymer battery, production date was in August 2015, so it's brand new and not some old crappy battery. Okay, you see it's very thin. Here we have the 3-pin battery connector, and let's put it on the scale. So there we go. Let me just switch it on. And the battery now weighs around 48-49 grams, so it's just like the Ulefone B-Touch 2 battery, which is rated at 3050 mAh. But well, the battery lifetime on the Ulefone B-Touch 2, for instance, is kind of bad because the firmware is really crappy. On the Zopo, it's a little bit better, but this could also be improved. Okay, now here comes the phone with the battery and the back cover, so let me quickly insert it, and then we can check how heavy the phone actually is. So there we go. And the phone weighs exactly 165 grams, which is pretty okay for a 5.5-inch smartphone. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're now here in Android 5.1 on the Speed 7 Plus, all along with the Zopo set UI. Now you see it looks a bit customized, so that's the set UI. And the launcher, it's pretty smooth and really snappy, so not laggy so far. There is no touch delay, and yeah, it looks good. We have new icons, here we have the menu. Then we have here the soft key buttons like the back button, here the home button, here the menu button for multitasking, and also here a clean button. So yeah, that's basically the set UI, so this is how it looks like. Then let's go here to the settings and let's check everything out here. First of all, let's go here to About the Phone, and what you can see here is that the phone is running Android version 5.1. So latest version right now, and FOTAs are supported, they are also working, but the last one was like 8 days ago, so I can't tell you when there will be the next OTA, but I hope pretty soon. Okay, that's basically it, everything in here under About the Phone. Then let's go back and let's talk a little bit about all the settings here. First of all, here we have Wi-Fi. And so far, I absolutely love the Wi-Fi signal on the Speed 7 Plus. So I'm connected to my home network. As you can see, link speed is 65 Mbit, so usually that's the maximum I can get because I have some crappy router, 2.4 GHz frequency band, and the signal strength is excellent. Now well, the router is in the next room, and it's not so far away, but also on some phones like on the Ulefone B-Touch 2 I just have some average signal, and here I have some excellent signal. And it also finds the network of my neighbor, and not even my Galaxy S6 sometimes finds this network, so the Wi-Fi signal is absolutely outstanding. Here we have Bluetooth. I tried it, it's working in my car, so it's the TUVVA device, and I can definitely tell you that Bluetooth is working. We have HotNod right over here. HotNod is basically like MediaTek's NFC feature, and all in all I think this feature is kinda useless because it only works between MTK devices and it's not compatible with NFC. Okay, here under More we have the usual stuff, so nothing special in here. Here under Home, well, you can change the launcher if you want to. Also APUS was pre-installed, but I don't really like that. Now Mirror Vision, I don't know how you call that, but basically with that you can tweak a display, like the colors. If you like it, then, well, it's supported in the ROM, that's a pretty good thing. So far no sensor calibration here in the display settings. Then let's have a look at storage, and here we can see my SD card is supported, 64 gigabytes. Absolutely no problem so far, so I could also change the default write disk. And here we have one big partition, so from the 16 gigs you get around 11.23 gigabytes of total space, and you have around of 11 gigabytes usable space then. Okay, then let's have a look at the battery stats. Now sorry guys, I had to do a little cut because I feel a bit sick and it's so hot today. But well, let's talk about the battery. So the battery lifetime is really maximum a day for me. Now I'm a heavy Android user and you see here the graphs. Now I was charging it to 80% and I managed to drain it in a couple of hours. Okay, with a lot of tests, gaming, and Geekbench battery test shows 8 to 9 hours. So I will leave you a link down below in the description also to another review, so make sure you check it out if you want to. And well, as I've said, the battery lifetime is a bit poor, and yeah, I was using screen time auto maximum, phone idle is also quite high. So the ROM could definitely be improved, and the battery is okay, and it looks also like it would have the real capacity, but the firmware needs definitely optimization, and then it would be quite good. But I also had standby intelligent power saving on, but still the battery was draining quite fast. But you can check out the Geekbench battery test, as I've said, it's around 8 to 9 hours. Okay, apps running in the background, so let's check out here the memory consumption. And currently 600 megabytes of RAM are used by the system. Then 260 are used by some apps running in the background, and we still have 2 gigabytes of free RAM. And this is so much for the MT6753, and yeah, for multitasking, it's great, why not? Okay. And well, the phone itself, it comes with some Chinese apps pre-installed, actually some customization things from the Zopo set UI. And yeah, also Facebook was pre-installed WhatsApp, and if you install that from the Google Play Store, you have it twice on your device. So that's something I don't really like. Why do they pre-install all that? So I really prefer to get the official apps and at least the latest update directly from the Google Play Store, because it's just the safest way. Okay, location-based services, so GPS, we'll check that out a little bit later. Gesture sensing is working, like in the gallery, and yeah, it works actually pretty good, so the sensor is definitely working. Then we can have a look at Smart Wake. What I actually use is double-click to wake, so double-tap to wake up the screen, and yeah, the others suggest some features which you mostly have on every Android phone. Security, there's nothing special, no fingerprint on that device, so nothing fancy. Language and input, maybe let's check that out. And you see it's not the full Android language pack, so some German languages are missing, some French, but you see that are languages which are pre-installed. It is multi-language, and yeah, you can just choose your language here in the language and input settings. Okay, basically that are all the important things here in the settings, and now I would say let's go and let's have a look at the Zopo set UI and also the things we can find in here. Okay, so let's go and let's have a look at everything. So the basic stuff, first of all, here the Android status bar. Here you have all your notifications, then here the quick toggles. And the display brightness slider is working, so no issues here. Then here we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And really, Wi-Fi signal, Bluetooth, very, very good. Also, the reception on 3G and yeah, the cellular reception is very good. Then we have here airplane mode, auto rotate, flashlight, GPS, you will see later in GPS test, also very nice. Cast screen, hot node, audio profiles, and a quick button for data connection. Okay, then let's try to call here some random or maybe some popular number here in Austria, and let's do a quick call test. You see proximity sensor, light sensor working, so it shuts off the display, also pretty fast. We can switch here to the speaker, and the speaker is really kind of loud, but the quality of the speaker could be a little bit better, but it always depends on your ears. So on the frequencies you can hear, you know, it's really hard for me to tell if the speaker is good or not, because every ear is different, but I always say that the speaker is crap if it's like on some Galaxy S6 clone or like on the Yukitel U8, because the speaker was terrible. Okay, then here we have messages, so let's try to compose a message, and there we go. 5-point capacitive touchscreen, vibration feedback is very, very soft, and yeah, it feels actually pretty good, so I like it. And yeah, it's working, so I had no issues with ghost touches, so touch screen lag or whatever, so people always ask me that, but here, yeah, nothing to worry about. Now there was some junk pre-installed, like 50 plus free games, APIS, which I really don't use, and yeah, I would really prefer to uninstall all that before I even continue to use the phone. And the first important application in here, it's the camera application, so let's start it. And I would say to test it, let's go outside, because there we have some good lighting and we can check out everything around the camera. Alright boys and girls, we're now here outside in my garden and here's a quick camera test. Now we're here in the default camera application, so which is pre-installed. On the left side you have, as always, different modes like picture-in-picture, panorama. Here at the bottom you have all those hipster filters, posterize, aqua, whatever. And here we have the settings, so let's have a quick look at them. As always, here the default settings, zero shutter delay is also supported, and we can just go down here to preview size. It's currently in full screen, and you have here a maximum picture size of 13 megapixels, and in 4:3 you have 13.2 megapixels, so just a little bit more. Then the maximum ISO, as you can see, it's 1600. Then it looks already very noisy. In low lighting situations, well, it's kind of laggy, but like on the most phones. Noise reduction in here for video mode, EIS supported, and well, video quality is now set to fine for the test afterwards. Then let's switch here to the front-facing camera. And well, the front-facing camera looks quite okay, but in my opinion it could be more wide angle, so I really have to hold it quite far away from my body to get myself really on the picture. You see, it's kind of zoomed in. That's something I don't really like. Also, you see no tap autofocus, and we can go here to the settings. So here we have the camera settings. You see the maximum picture size is 5 megapixels in full screen, and you have the same here in 4:3. Maximum ISO, once again 1600, and here video mode, video quality set to high for the test recording. So the rear camera looks quite decent. Everything here in preview is really sharp. Lighting adjustment works, then the focus works. As you can see, the tap autofocus, it's quite fast. And here the shutter. So just a little bit of delay, but you can also activate no shutter delay, and here video mode. So now I would say I will just record some test movies and show you them. And the rear camera kinda nice, but the front-facing camera could be definitely better in my opinion. So ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We're somewhere outside of Vienna, and here's a quick back camera video test, so you can also see some objects which are more far away to check this out. Now also listen to the microphone quality. I'm holding the phone like 30 centimeters away from my face, and well, it looks pretty okay on the screen of the smartphone, but just check it out now on the computer. If everything is sharp, we can focus now here on the landscape, and the only thing I found out is that the lighting adjustment is sometimes really kind of slow, but now it works okay. So before it was sometimes stuck, like everything was overlighted, but yeah, now it's looking really okay. So yeah, there's my car. Just going around to show you some close-ups. Maybe here the rims, and there we go. So also close-ups look pretty good, and the tap autofocus is working, as you can see. So that's really nice so far. Also objects which are more far away, they look quite sharp, but once again, just check it out on the computer for yourself. The only issue I've seen so far is that the lighting adjustment is sometimes really kind of slow, but for now it works, so really strange issue. So guys, there we go. Here's a quick front-facing camera test, and the front-facing camera looks average, not really much more. Here you can see some things in the background. Now face detection, also face beauty mode is now on, even though I look like shit anyway. But yeah, the front-facing camera is not really wide angle, so I'm currently holding it really, as you can see, almost a meter away from my body, and I have really long arms, so I can get myself like this on the picture. Okay, I'm also quite big, tall. But it could be more wide angle for smaller people to get yourself easier completely on the picture if you don't want to just take a photograph of your... Oh, don't tell me the damn time right now, but well, you see the lighting adjustment works, the colors, they look okay, also things here in the background. So there is no tap autofocus, but it focuses automatically. Here also close-ups of my ugly face. But well, you can see front-facing camera is okay, but it's not really much more than average, and it would be cool if it would be more wide angle, but that's basically it. So guys, there we go. We're now here back inside, and I just had a look at the pictures on the computer. Front-facing camera looks really kind of bad. Now the rear camera shoots within 2.2 aperture, and the quality for me it's average, but not really much more than average. So just judge it for yourself. You can find the sample pictures on chinadevices.com, raw quality, so not edited. And so far I have to say, even though it has 13.2 megapixels, the camera quality could be better. Alright, Facebook was also pre-installed, but I just don't trust pre-installed applications. It comes with all the Google apps, it comes with Gmail, Maps, the Play Store. You really don't have to worry about that. Just the Play Store icon looks a bit different because of Zopo's set UI. And yeah, there we go. Let's go here to the category. So you see that it is the Play Store. And yeah, let's go back here to the menu. Popstar, sorry, was also pre-installed, and yeah, some junk game, I don't know, then Taste of Life. So it's actually for APIS, different launches, a different look of Android, and honestly, I don't use that crap, so I would prefer if the system would be clean, so like AOSP, just basic, would be better for me, but if you like it, then yeah, it's easy to customize. Now, regarding the security, you see here's the stage fright detector. People ask me about that, and I will just always include it right now, as long as stage fright is something which we should take care about. And you see the device, yeah, it's actually a security risk, and there should be a security update, so to make it non-vulnerable for stage fright. Alright, that's basically everything we can find in here. So also Zopo website button, so that basically just takes you to zopomobile.com, which you can also check out if you want to have more infos on the Speed 7 Plus. Okay, then now let's do a quick movie test, LED flash test, and then yeah, benchmarks and GPS. Alright, so here's a quick speaker and movie test in the YouTube application. Full HD movie playback in the YouTube application is supported, but well, this video here is only 720p, but I can definitely guarantee you full HD playback is working. Now regarding the speaker, the clarity is really nice, so the frequencies, they sound pretty good, highs, lows, but it could be way louder. Now for sure it depends what type of video you playback, and also my MP3s, they are not really loud for some reason. Way louder, for instance, on my Galaxy S6 Edge, which has some pretty decent speaker, I think. But here, yeah, the clarity is okay, but the volume is also kind of low. Now you could adjust that in the engineering settings, but well, this should be by default way higher, but there we go. And yeah, you hear everything pretty good, so the clarity is really nice. So sorry, there was just a little lag, but it's really not loud. So if you want to listen to music loud, then you should go around with a Bluetooth speaker, just get another smartphone. And there we go, complete darkness, and once again, viewing angles of the display, very nice. So this looks really great, as you can see. Okay, but back to the LED flash, and here's the quick button for the flashlight. And honestly, I have to say, it hurts pretty much in my eyes for a single LED flash, but it could still be a little bit stronger. So it's not the brightest one, but it's very white, and that's something I really appreciate. Let's see how the camera performs when we capture a photo here in a complete dark room. And there we go. So how long does the shutter take? Well, that's actually quite okay. And it looks quite bright. But you will find also some night pictures on chinadevices.com, so don't worry. Now the LED flash, kinda nice, very white, but could be just a little bit strong. Now guys, here's a quick GPS test in the GPS test application. Currently driving around outside of Vienna. We have beautiful weather conditions, absolutely no clouds, so blue sky. And for defects, it finds a fix within 5 seconds, that's pretty good. We have an accuracy of 90 feet when I'm driving 60-65 kilometers per hour, so that's also pretty good. 22 satellites in view, 19 in use, so GLONASS is supported. And just check this out, a lot of green bars, but well, we're outside of town, so there are no high buildings shielding it. Also, we have very good weather conditions, but so far I can say GPS works really good on that smartphone. And yeah, we can also switch the application, so I can show you the Android's GPS application. We have it right over here. And here you can see we have 12 American satellites, 10 Russian satellites, so everything supported, 20 out of 22 satellites connected. Accuracy is around 28 meters when I'm driving around. And yeah, the signal always depends on your location, so it's jumping up and down, but GPS doesn't cut off, it does not lose the signal, so I'm really happy with the GPS performance right now, so the signal quality on the Zopo. Now here's also a quick navigation test on the road, and so far I can say GPS works really good. I'm using Cyjig offline navigation as navigation app here, and it's really pretty accurate. Also with the speed, I'm currently driving 55 and it says here 51. So when I'm driving faster, for sure it's lagging behind a little bit, but not really much, just a couple of meters. And okay, I need to hold the camera in the roundabout, and there we go. Let's drive, let's see how accurate that is. Okay. And let's take the exit here, and also here on the smartphone. Okay, it was just lagging a bit, but we took the exit, and there we go. Then let's accelerate a little bit. Let's drive faster. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. And okay, the speed is not correct if the police is watching this. I'm actually driving 70, guys. But you see, it's really quite accurate, and also if you drive fast, you're not jumping around, it doesn't lose the signal. I'm pretty sorry for the sun, but it's also quite late right now. So GPS performance, navigation, tracking or whatever on the smartphone is working pretty good. Finally, the benchmarks are finished, and let's have a look at the result. Single core score here in Geekbench 3 of around 590, multi-core score of around 2560. So that's quite common for the MT6753. Android 5.1, 64 bits are supported, total memory 2.85 GB, so RAM. Okay, that's basically everything here in Geekbench. Also, I did run an Antutu benchmark, and it scores 32,000, and this is very close to the LG G3 Google Nexus 5. And this chipset usually scores something like that, or 33K, 34K, really depends on the ROM and the optimization. Okay, here's some more informations, like 64-bit support is definitely working. It's the MT6753 CPU set shows something different. Full HD 13.3 megapixels on the rear camera, and you see it comes with a couple of sensors, which I'll check out just in a second. Now here CPU-C, sorry, it shows actually the wrong chipset, so 6735, but this is a wrong reading, so this is definitely the 5.3, because the 3.5 usually just scores around 20K or a bit more, depends on the clock. Okay, here device info, you can see here the total RAM, the display resolution once again, here the system, there is no root access, so it does not come pre-rooted. Battery, nothing interesting here, and thermal, and I have to say the phone absolutely does not get hot. We had today 32 degrees and the maximum temperature here was 55, 60, so that's really okay. Here regarding the sensors, you can see proximity is working, light sensor is also changing the reading, so that's pretty good. And yeah, the magnetic sensors working, orientation and accelerometer is also working. We can also have a look here at sensor box. So basically it comes with all the important sensors, but a gyroscope is missing. So if you're into VR goggles, then yeah, I have to disappoint you because there's no gyroscope. Alright, speed test. So I did run a couple of speed tests with 3G. I don't have 4G right now, but the speeds are great. And the best I could get was today 23 Mbits down, 3 Mbits up. So the upload is maximum here 5 Mbits. And a really good ping, as you can see. So 3G really good, also the cellular reception top. Okay, that's just regarding the performance, and that's also the multi-touch tester, so it's really a 5-point capacitive touchscreen, as you can see. More is not supported, and that are basically the most important benchmark things. And now I would say let's do a quick gaming test. Here's just a quick gaming test in Real Racing 3, and the MTK6753 plays most of the games pretty well, even though it's not as fast as the MTK6752, so please don't be confused by the numbers. The 6752 is higher clocked, so 1.7 GHz, and you definitely see an improvement there. And yeah, if you're into heavy 3D gaming, I would suggest you get an MTK6752 because it's more powerful. But also this one here can, for instance, run Real Racing 3 with a lot of details on this full HD display. And also Modern Combat 5, but Modern Combat 5 sometimes, yeah, has some FPS drops. It really depends on the game, so what you like to play. 2D games, absolutely no problem. 3D games depends. Real Racing 3 has some very nice graphics, and it also runs smooth here on that full HD display. It really depends. If there are many cars in the game, for instance, for sure it slows down, and the MTK6752 would do better. But yeah, it's still great for casual gaming, and that's my yeah, experience here with the Zopo. So finally another review is over, and here comes my conclusion about the Zopo Speed 7 Plus. Well, Zopo always produces phones with nice quality, so also here the build quality is nice, but the materials used, yeah, it's just plastic, and I thought it would come with a metal frame because the pictures, they looked so great, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed because it's plastic all the way. Then the display, it's really nice, it's full HD, it looks good, you've seen the viewing angles, colors, looks nice. Then regarding the glass, I removed the screen protector, I scratched it a little bit here with my knife, and I have to say I have some small scratches on there. So I don't think it's Gorilla Glass or any protection, so make sure you use the screen protector. Then 3GB of RAM is really nice for multitasking, very good antenna layout, so GPS great, then also the 3G reception, Wi-Fi is great, I find the network of my neighbor, so very good job. The battery seems to have the real capacity even though it's kinda lightweight, and yeah, the battery lifetime itself, it could be better, so for me it's really just maximum a day. Notification LED is something nice to have, but it only lights up in red, so I was a bit disappointed. The speaker, the clarity is super nice, but you should boost it a little bit in the settings because, yeah, by default it's not very loud. Then also the camera is not the best in my opinion. Front-facing camera is a bit zoomed in, not really wide angle, doesn't look so great. Rear camera, well, check out the sample pictures, you have to decide it on your own. For me it's average. And yeah, the soft buttons, they're just something I can't get used to, and the logo at the bottom, so I always just take it in the wrong direction into my hand. Okay, there was some chunk software pre-installed, also something which could be improved, and yeah, the most important thing, the price. Now, it's really expensive for the specs you get. I mean, Zopo is a nice brand, and you also pay for the brand a bit for the quality, and it's from Europe. So that's actually the tax included, and if something goes wrong, you send it back to Europe. So yeah, well, you have to decide for yourself. If you like the phone, if you like what you did see, then yeah, well, go for it. And if you buy it from Europe, there's another good thing is that you can get support, and if there's something wrong with the phone, you can send it back to Europe and you get a replacement, and that's a good thing. Alright, so far the Zopo Speed 7 Plus, I was a bit more excited, but I'm not really so impressed, but it's still a solid phone. It does the job, and the build quality of it is nice, even though the materials are kinda cheap. So that is my final conclusion about the phone. You will find a written review on China devices. If I did forget anything, you will find it there. So once again guys, thank you so much for watching, have a nice day, and bye bye, see ya. Fuck.